What's going on, everybody? It's Game Unboxing Reviews here, and in today's video I'm of course going to be showing you guys how to make Mad Max in the LEGO Movie 2 video game. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so to start off with, we're of course going to head into body, and you want to scroll all the way to the very bottom until you find Scribble Cop's body, which is of course this one right here. Then once you've done that, you're going to back out of there, go into arms, and you want to scroll all the way to the very top until you find Bad Cop's arms. Now for the hands, we're actually going to go with Cleopatra's, because as you can see here, one hand is yellow while the other is black, and this hand is going to act as Max's glove. Now for the hips, you're just going to go ahead and match them with Scribble Cop's body, and we're also going to do the same for the leg pieces as well. And for the hair, you're going to make sure that it is Prince's hairstyle, because you can see here it's not perfect, but I still think it turns out looking fairly accurate to the character. And finally, for the headpiece, you want to scroll all the way to the very top until you find the Blacktron Spaceman head with no visor. Nice. Alright, cool. So now of course what we're going to do is drop Mad Max into the hub world and see just what he can do. And here he is! This is of course my custom made Mad Max made in the LEGO Movie 2 video game. Let's just get a good look at him right here. Now I've got to say, I think he turned out looking extremely accurate. The only thing I'm not crazy about is that back decal right there, but aside from that, I think he turned out looking really cool. Anyway, let's actually get to exploring the Apocalypseburg hub world. So what we'll do now is, we'll go into the builder page, we'll go to vehicle library, and I think the vehicle that would suit Mad Max quite well is probably the Wasteland Buggy. I think that looks pretty sweet. The only thing about vehicles in this game is, there's so many to choose from, and they are all really cool, but they're not that fast, and I don't know why that is. Even in races, they're not fast, and I would love to see that get updated later on in a future patch. But hey, I mean, the fact that you can drive them in any location is really cool. All the cars, bikes, planes, jets, you know, everything, helicopters, boats, all of it is accessible from every single location in the game, which is really cool. Oh, we've got some enemies! Let's take them out. Right, so what I'm going to do is we're going to get out this vehicle real quick, get ourselves the bolt gun, and we're going to fight some Duplo enemies as Mad Max. Only in the LEGO Movie 2 video game. Come on, come closer. Come closer, that's it. That's it. Boom. Boom. Yes. Alright. We've got one more. Bring it. Bring it. Oh, nice. It is always super fun running around as my custom version of Mad Max in this world. It just fits perfectly. It really does look like Mad Max, which is really cool to see. And in case you're wondering, this is obviously based on the Mel Gibson version of the character rather than Tom Hardy, because I tried making Tom Hardy's at first and I just thought it didn't turn out looking as good. Maybe in the future I'll try again, but I mean, if you want to make Mel Gibson's, it turns out looking extremely accurate, which is great. Oh, more enemies, and they're on the basketball court. That's interesting. Take that, and that. Whoa! Easy does it! Okay, maybe... Oh, no, actually... Yes, this is like a boss battle. Come on, Max, you got this. I think you can roll. Yes, you can. Sweet. Alright, bring it. Bring it. Oh, nearly. Yes, nicely done, Max. Very nice indeed. Oh, we got this. We got the vehicle here. Let's hop on in it. Yep. Here we go. And keep moving. Now you're probably wondering, why did I decide to make Mad Max as my first custom character in the LEGO Movie 2 video game? Well, basically, in a lot of interviews for the LEGO Movie 2, the second part, everyone who worked on the movie basically explained that the whole inspiration behind Apocalypseburg came from the Mad Max movie. So I thought, well, if you're going to make a world that is heavily inspired by Mad Max, I'm going to put Mad Max in that world. That was the very first idea that I had when I decided to make custom characters in this game, and it is so great to see that he turned out looking this good, because like I said, just exploring the world as this custom character is so much fun. This world especially, definitely. I wouldn't say it'd fit any of the other worlds, but this one most definitely. Although the Old West probably works too, as I guess, but I mean, the buildings that are down here, you know, the post-apocalyptic looking buildings and everything, it is such a very cool character to run around with, or drive in this case. Look how happy he is. You don't usually see Mad Max that happy in the movies, so yeah, that's a bit out of character, but there's nothing I can really do there. Alright, so if we come down here, there should be some more enemies. This is the reason I love the Apocalypseburg hub world. Probably, not most of all, but it's one of my favorites, because the enemies actually respawn. In some of the areas, they unfortunately don't, but with this one, after you've done all the races, the quests and everything, they still come back. these Duplo enemies will always be here to fight, and I think that is really, really cool. That's another reason why I love the Middle Zealand location, because that's one of my favorites, and again, you know, the enemies are always respawning, which is really great to see. Now, we'll definitely get back to exploring the rest of the wasteland in a little bit, but I also want to showcase the center of Apocalypseburg, because, I mean, just look at this town here. We've got basketballs, surfboards, coffee and chain. We've, of course, got the massive Statue of Liberty here, which has got to be a reference to the Planet of the Apes movie. We've also got the Batcave down here, which, look at that. That looks really cool. There's a turret up there, which features in one of the levels. It's actually the first one in the game, and you can actually go all the way up there and still use the turret. There's not really any purpose to it, but the fact that you still have the option is really cool to see. And look who it is! Alfred Pennyworth himself. Never thought I would see the day where we would see a post-apocalyptic version of Alfred, so that is really cool. And look at this, we've got the Bat Throne and even the You're Welcome sign from the Lego Movie 2, the second part, so that is very cool. Now that we've parked the buggy though, we can actually explore the town much better. So if we come down here, I can showcase the shop. Now, the shop is where you can buy characters, weapons, you know, the dung stall, which is actually like a Lego piece which you can add to the Syspocalypse Star sandbox mode, so that's cool. We've got vehicles like the Super Mega V8, that looks awesome. You can open up the relics you found and also buy new ones. And one thing that I really like is that when you want to make a specific Lego, you know, set or something, but you don't have enough bricks, you can actually go to the shop and buy a specific set of bricks, you know, times 5, times 15, of any color that you want, which I think is a really great addition to the game. Obviously, you have to spend it on studs, but the fact that it's there, I think, is really helpful for players that maybe can't find all those colors at that time. So I think that is really, really cool. Now then, one thing that I want to show you guys is, I've probably showcased this already, but if we come up here and climb all the way to the very top of the Statue of Liberty, I'll actually show you something really cool that you might not have seen before. And also, it's a location for one of the master bricks in the game as well, which is really cool. So if we climb up this ladder real quick, I'll try to go as fast as I can. If you know how to jump in this game, you can kind of skip a lot of the puzzles. So, you know, look out for gaps in the walls and stuff like that, and you should be able to get around much quicker without having to use any of the platform jumping things or anything like that. I love how when you get higher up here, it starts to get windy. I think that's really cool. Alright, come on. Come on, Max, you're nearly there. That's it. Now, you hear that sound? You hear that? Oh, look, what's in the background? So what you want to do is you want to climb all the way over here like this. Then you're going to climb to the top. There we go. And we're just going to wait. Oh, he's already went past. We're just going to wait here for a few seconds. And here it is. So there you go. So you can actually glide around on this thing, which is really cool. And if we wait a second, there we go. It even gives you a really nice look at the Statue of Liberty's torch, which is really cool. Now, the reason you want to do this is because there's a master brick up here. So eventually it will circle around and you'll collect a master brick. Obviously, it won't do it for me because I've unlocked all the characters, vehicles, master bricks, all that kind of stuff. But if you're starting out in the game, that is one of the master bricks that might be quite difficult to find. So there you go. That's just a little tip for you guys. Now, what we're going to do is just glide on down into Coffee and Chained here. There we go. And I think we'll get back into the Wasteland. But what I'm going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and get a different vehicle, because if we go into the builder page here, we'll go to Vehicle Library, we'll go to Ground Vehicles. If we scroll down here, look at this. So you've got the Wasteland Van, the Wasteland Rover, we've also got the Wasteland Motorcycle, and there's even the Double Mega Bike. Well, surprisingly, you would think that the Wasteland Buggy is the fastest out of all of them, but I actually think it's the Wasteland Rover, because check this out. If we get in it, there we go, and start driving, you can instantly see it is much faster than the buggy. Yes, you know, it's not super fast, but it's definitely faster than what we've been driving. So I think this is going to be the vehicle that we're going to drive from now on, because it is so much better. Now then, let's actually see what we can find down here, because I can't actually remember what's around here. There's those hearts which you can collect. Again, not really any need for me to do it right now. Oh, wow, cool! Okay, so there's one of the boss ones. I didn't know these spawned in Apocalypseburg. That's pretty awesome. Right, let's take care of this one. There we go. Actually, you know what? Let's do some melee combat real quick. Take that! Yes! Go on, Max. Nice. Alright, so what we're going to do now is... These are really easy to take out. You just do that. And then, in my case, I'm just going to go bam, bam, bam. Yes! You can actually take them out in like 2 hits, I think, if you do this and then just jump on them and do it again. That's pretty much all you have to do. So they're very easy to take out, but it's cool. I like all the different enemy types. Alright, so let's come up here and let's see what we can find. Now, this area down here, I actually showcased that in my preview of the game, and basically it features in a Fight Club quest, basically, where you have to fight waves of Duplo enemies, and I absolutely loved that quest, and I really wish that they could update it later on, and maybe make it so that quest is something that you can do whenever you want, because just being able to go to that little arena there and fight multiple waves of Duplo enemies is really cool. It'd be even better if that was actually in every area, so you could fight Blacktron guards in the asteroid field, cowboys in the Old West, you know, all that kind of stuff would be really cool. Middle Zealand actually has enemies all the time, so they don't have to add it for that, really. But for some of the locations that you want to be able to, you know, go back to, which you can, but continue to fight the enemies that you see there, I think that would be great. There's also some of the locations from the second movie that have some enemies in some areas, but I think Apocalypseburg is probably the one with the most frequent enemy appearances, which I think makes a lot of sense because, you know, the Duplo enemies, they've taken over Bricksburg and this is what is left, so that definitely makes a lot of sense. Whoa! Here we go. Hey, look, there's the gas station which we saw earlier. That's cool. Whoa, what was that? Did you hear that? There's a Duplo enemy around here somewhere. I just heard it. I swear I just heard it. It made a noise. It was like, yeah. It made a really weird noise. Hey, what's this down here? That's cool. It's like an unfinished building. Let's look inside. I want to see what's inside this thing. Anything interesting? Maybe we'll find the Duplo enemy. No. I think they've used a lot of LEGO Worlds tech to make this game, like the environment and everything. You can kind of tell the way it's all been structured and everything, so that's pretty cool. You know, it's not 100% like LEGO Worlds, so you can't like place down individual bricks and make your own creations and things, but you can place down actual sets and things, like the Batcave or something like that, and when you place them down, it does the thing from LEGO Worlds where you see the character building it and all of the LEGO bricks are coming out and forming together, so it is similar, but not exactly the same, basically. Alright, here we go. Got some more Duplo enemies here. Take that, and that, and that, and... Come on. Come on, get close. Yes. Yes. Bye-bye. Anyway, guys, I think that'll probably have to do it for this video, so I want to thank you all very much for watching. Stay tuned for lots more videos real soon, and as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.